one from many, by force of will, forged by might, driven by fire, born by death, to rise eternal.
AMONKHET Spotlight Aftermath. Behold! Do not adjust your screen. Simply behold. Drink it in. Yes. Destined to lead. An apt descriptor for the worthy. And also one of the cards with Aftermath, a new ability that turns split cards on their side. The top half of the card, Destined, is cast from your hand like normal. When it resolves, it heads to the graveyard. Once the card is in your graveyard, you can then cast the half of the card with Aftermath, Lead. After you cast the half with Aftermath, the card is exiled. You can cast the two halves of Aftermath cards in the same turn, or leave the card in your graveyard for a while until the time is right to cast the bottom half. Rotate the card in your graveyard, and the castable half peeks out at you. Hello there, I see you. I will cast you soon. You get the idea. No matter which half you're casting, you follow all the regular rules for casting a spell. Pay attention to whether it's an instant or a sorcery, pay the mana cost, other players can respond to it, and so on. Aftermath lets you cast the bottom half from your graveyard, no matter how the card gets there. Maybe you cast the top half, maybe you discarded it, maybe it was put there from your library. It doesn't matter. But Aftermath also stops you from casting the bottom half from anywhere else. You can't cast Lead from your hand, and you can't cast Destined from your graveyard unless another card lets you. Thanks to Aftermath, even instants and sorceries can serve the God Pharaoh from the grave. Delightful! Welcome to the glorious world of AMONKHET. AMONKHET Spotlight Cycling. True to its name, cycling has returned. It's not the God Pharaoh, but it is one of the most popular abilities we've ever seen. Cycling is simple and powerful. If a card with cycling is in your hand, you can discard it and pay the cycling cost to draw a new card. This is great for situational cards like Limits of Solidarity or Renewed Faith. Maybe your opponent just doesn't control any creatures worth borrowing. Maybe you're good on life and you just need to find something to attack with. Cycling gives you another shot at finding the right card for your situation. The God Pharaoh does not always provide what you want, but if you cycle sometimes, you just might find you draw what you need. Welcome to the glorious world of AMONKHET. AMONKHET Spotlight Embalmed. The glory of the God Pharaoh surrounds us. Through his blessings, the dead are offered the chance to serve once again. The world of AMONKHET wouldn't be complete without mummies. How are these mummies created? Why, the new ability Embalm, of course. Say you have a creature like Anointer Priest, a fine creature, dutifully going about her day, anointing things, but all of a sudden she dies. On some worlds, a shame. On AMONKHET, an opportunity! To activate the Embalm ability, exile the creature card from your graveyard and pay the Embalm cost. You can do this anytime you can cast a sorcery, so during your main phase. What happens next is truly evidence of the God Pharaoh's greatness. The creature rises! More specifically, you create a token copy of the creature, but the journey back to the world of the living produces a few changes. The token is pretty undead now, so it's a zombie in addition to whatever creature types it had before. Mummies are all about service, so they're white instead of whatever color they used to be, and the token won't have the mana cost of the original. As you can see, there are printed tokens to show off the new undead look. Each card with Embalm has a corresponding token. Collect them all! You don't need the token to play with Embalm cards. They're optional, but pretty sweet. Embalm forces your opponents to deal with your creatures not once, but twice. If the God Pharaoh wills it, Embalm can be a great weapon in your ultimate victory. Welcome to the glorious world of AMONKHET. AMONKHET Spotlight Exert. No one is born ready for the 5 trials of the gods. To become worthy of the glorious afterlife promised by the God Pharaoh, you must work hard. Harder than you thought possible. On AMONKHET cards, this extra effort is represented by the new action, Exert. Some creatures, like AMONKHET Crasher, offer you the opportunity to exert them as they attack. This choice is made as you declare attackers. If you exert the creature, an ability will trigger, in this case, one that says target creature can't block this turn. Different creatures that can exert produce different results, but any creature that exerts will stay tapped during your next untap step, as the God Pharaoh rewards its effort with a brief period of rest. But say the creature is untapped again when your next untap step rolls around. The God Pharaoh smiles upon such cleverness. In that case, nothing happens, and the exertion cost you nothing. Remember, you exert creatures like AMONKHET Crasher only as they attack, and exerting is optional. AMONKHET Crasher can simply attack as normal and untap on your next turn. But if the situation calls for it, dig deep and give every effort in service to the God Pharaoh. You will be richly rewarded. Welcome to the glorious world of AMONKHET.